looks like 2023 got us for at least one more.
Where you want it?
Bay 12, please.
Hello there, Transformers fans, and welcome back to another Bay 12 video review. And I guess we'll be closing out 2023 with Medix, even though we're in 2024 now. And the reason we're doing that is Medix is finally showing up on store shelves. So check your local Walgreens. And just for the record, I'm in the North Texas area. This is one I personally found on a shelf near me. I happily picked him up, and here he is. So today we are reviewing the new Transformers Legacy Evolution Autobot Medix figure. And here he is in the packaging. He's looking awesome. This is a heavy retool of the crankcase version of this mold, not necessarily a heavy retool of skids and crosscut. I mean, you can say it is by extension because the crankcase mold was a heavy retool of the skid/crosscut mold, but what this is a heavy retool of the crankcase mold. I think really all it is just the crankcase mold with the added wee-woo lights, plug-in, some extra weapons, and the crosscut head sculpt. But it made for a pretty cool Medix figure. So, like I said, here he is. You got some artwork of him in his off-road ambulance type mode. We've got a close-up of him in robot mode, a slightly less close-up of him right there. On this side, we've got the Legacy Evolution banner art, and on the back, we have some images of Medix as well as the play features and weapons he has therein, which he got a good amount of weapons. He comes with 3 extra weapons, not including the front grille of his off-road mode that turns into a double barrel blaster like it did with Crankcase, and not including the removable wee-woo lights. And the reason I add that as a weapon is because you could, add it to this, for example, and make a little axe, which I'll demonstrate when we have them out of the packaging, which we'll go ahead and do now. And here is Medix out of the packaging. And he looks cool. It's not a bad little figure. And in case you're not familiar with Rescue Bots, which I'm also not super familiar with Rescue Bots, I only just started watching it. It's literally the last Transformers series I have not watched from start to finish to completion. So I'm on Rescue Bots now, which I believe Medix is actually from Rescue Bots Academy, not Rescue Bots itself. And I also understand that Medix looks significantly different from his incarnation of Rescue Bots Academy. I also would like to point out that the box does not say Rescue Bots Universe, Prime Universe, Aligned Universe, RAD 2015 Universe on the box. Now, the Legacy United Chase figure does specifically say Rescue Bots Universe on the box, whereas Medix, I mean, we already took a look at the box. Here it is again. There's, if it'll focus up, there we go. There it is, clear as day. It does not say Rescue Bots Universe. It doesn't say a specific universe. It just says Autobot Medix. So this could just be the G1 universe take on Medix, especially since, like I said, he doesn't really resemble the character we see on screen in Rescue Bots Academy. With his alt mode, he kind of looks like the rock roller toy. Now, I don't know if he actually assumes that form in Rescue Bots. I know the many Rescue Bots characters, Medix included, and Rescue Bots Academy characters, just to be more specific, do assume multiple different alt modes throughout the series. However, I don't know if he does one close to it. So if somebody knows in the comments, please put it down below. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, this isn't necessarily a G1's take on the Rescue Bots universe character so much as it is just a G1 universe take on Medix, which it totally could be, which is also totally fine. The original G1 universe or G1-ish universe take on Medix was a Collector's Club figure back in the day, and he was a combined mode limb, and his character bio read out as he was basically a stand-in and a new team member to the Protectobots, much like Rook was in the IDW comics universe. So really cool concept. This version obviously isn't that because, you know, he doesn't have any combined mode limb bits or anything like the other one did. And like I said, we're still not entirely sure which universe he's native to, or this take of Medix is necessarily native to, since he's so drastically different from the Rescue Bots universe once again. This figure is fully articulated. Head is on a ball joint. Fully articulated shoulders in and out. You even have this swivel joint right here, which is mostly due to transformation, because there's the upper bicep joint. So it's not necessarily to be for arm swivel or bicep swivel or anything like that. He has a single jointed elbow, a wrist swivel, waist, hips, upper thigh, single jointed knees, side ankle joints, and you can rotate or remove the wee woo lights from his back, or light bar, whatever you want to call them. You can bring up the back section with these little shoulder cannons that can articulate up or down, or you can just hide them completely. And he has this blaster, which was from Elita 1, I believe. And he has this blaster, which was also from Elita 1, I believe. And then he has this blaster, which was originally released with skids, crosscut. I think Crankcase also came with it, and now obviously Medix has it too. And just like with Crankcase, you can take the front of the grill off, and it looks really cool for robot mode. It definitely, I wouldn't say, is a optional piece for vehicle mode, because it looks weird without it in alt mode. But just like with Crankcase, there's that little bit that flips out, and he has his rifle. But what's also cool about the shoulder joints here is you can plug weapons and other handheld things onto his shoulders, because you have those ports in the wheel wells right here. So you can give him all of his weapons and have him fully ready to go. And also, like I mentioned earlier, you can take his blaster. Okay, maybe not this one. I guess that won't actually work, and you cannot take his blaster and make this into some kind of Energon axe or Energon pickaxe type deal. And that's kind of a bummer. I was actually kind of looking forward to that, but I'm glad we did it on the spot so we can see, will it work? And the answer is, I guess, no, it won't. But hey, it is what it is. All right, transformation. Transformation, let's go ahead and remove all these extra bits. I mean, we obviously know where that's going, but let's go ahead and just remove everything just to make it easier on us first. Then we're gonna come up here, once we have all that removed, bring these cannons up, all the way up against the windshield pretty much, because that's where they're going to sit even in alt mode. And then we're going to take these bits and we're going to fold them down to the side. We're going to raise this up like so. And then you can kind of see where these arms are going to go. But before we fold these arms and completely put them away, we're just going to leave them right here for the moment, and then we're going to come down to this torso section, and right here where this waist is, we're going to untab that and push it back. And while we do that, we're going to peg these legs together right here in the middle, bring down these shin pieces, and then we're going to fold down, completing this rear windshield section. And it should look something like this, with that rear windshield just out like that. And then you kind of want that waist just up behind here, so that when you bring this all back, it's going to all fit together like so. And now we can take these arms. You want this little rounded bit on the back of the forearm in this little groove section here in the side. So it should look a little something like this from the side, and then you can just take those doors, push them down, and click them into place like so. Get that straightened out, get that wheel section straightened out. That's probably why I didn't click into place all the way. And then Come over here to the back, flip the two rear wheels out, and then you can either add weapons to his alt mode. There's not really a ton of good weapon storage places. You've got the peg where the light bar sits. You've got the peg hole where the light bar plugs into. You can, if you put this cannon down first, plug onto the side the other one, and this one kind of like so, which, I mean, it looks okay, kind of goofy, really wasn't meant for the, energy weapon storage, as you can clearly see. And then, of course, there is one last thing, because like I said, it does look a little strange without the front grille section on. You just take that front grille section, plug it right on there, make sure that's closed, and there he is with all of his vehicle mode parts on for real this time. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to today's review featuring the new Transformers Legacy Evolution Walgreens exclusive Autobot Medix. And gotta say, another appropriate release for a Walgreens exclusive. But what's another Transformers medical officer or medical character that you would like to see as a future Walgreens exclusive? Let us know in the comments. And just so far as we're keeping track, we've had Ratchet, Red Alert, which is kind of a medical officer. He's been a medical officer in some things in the past. Minerva, and now Medix. So I'm looking forward to see who's next. I would like to see a Flatline. I think Flatline would be really cool next Walgreens medical character exclusive. But like I said, I'd like to see your suggestion down in the comments below. Like and subscribe and follow us on social media for more. And like and subscribe to our sister channel, Cool Toy Review, and check cooltoyreview.com daily for all kinds of awesome toy news, videos, and more. Check out our other sister website, Rebelscum.com, for all kinds of awesome daily Star Wars fan content, and Rebelscum, in their nearly 30-year-long history of bringing Star Wars fans together from all around the world, will be hosting the first official Rebelscum Con, June 27th through the 30th, 2024, in Allen, Texas, at the Allen Convention Center. To book your experience today, go to rebelscumconventions.com. Once again, that's rebelscumconventions.com. If you're looking for some awesome toys and merch, come by our physical location inside of Order 66 Multiverse and the shops at Willowbend Mall in Plano, Texas, which also houses Order 66 Toys, the world's official all-collectible Star Wars toy store. And in case you're not local, Order 66 goes live every Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time on the Order 66 Toys Facebook page, and they ship all around the world. Last but not least, check out our free archival website, collectorsoracle.com. There aren't any Transformers on there yet, but we are in negotiations for potentially adding Transformers to it in the future, along with many other brands and toy lines. But currently there are a bunch of Star Wars collectible toy lines on there where you can manage and track your collection, and it's all absolutely free. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. Transform and roll out.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.